ladies and gentlemen. The holiday season is just weeks away. And you have these Delta pilots that are talking strike. Mm-mm-mm. But I know they've been complaining for quite some time. And I have done stories on the pilots and the flight attendants striking. They're shorthanded. They have been working long hours. And the airline just expects them to keep going and do this with hardly any time off. So, pilots at Delta Airline have voted to authorize a strike if negotiators cannot reach an agreement on a new employment contract, their union said on Monday. The Airline Pilots Association, which represents 15,000 pilots at the Atlanta based carrier, said 99% of those who cast their ballots backed a strike authorization. Under U.S. law, Delta pilots cannot walk off the job until the National Mediation Board grants them permission. The board must first decide that additional mediation efforts would not be productive and offer the parties an opportunity to arbitrate. If either side declines, both parties enter a 30-day cooling off period, after which pilots and management can engage in self help, a strike by the union, or a lockout by management. This lengthy and complex process makes it difficult for airline workers to strike. All right, so the last pilot strike in the US was Spirit back in 2010. Delta says its pilots are not on strike and the vote will not affect its operations. The carrier said a significant process has been made in the contract negotiations and only a few have been left to resolve. Now, the biggest beef, from what I'm understanding, y'all, the pilots are having, they said they've been trying to negotiate for a long time. And every time they made an attempt to negotiate their contract, Delta always kept stalling. And it's gone on for so long. That's why they're now saying they're ready to strike. All right. So the ALPA stated purpose for the vote is simply to gain leverage in our pilot contract negotiations, a company's spokesperson said. We are confident that the parties will reach an agreement that is fair and, as always, have in past negotiations. Delta Pilot Union said the contract negotiations have dragged on for too long. It's time for the company to get serious at the bargaining table and invest in the Delta pilots. So, Delta pilots have been working without a new contract for nearly 3 years. That's a long time. 3 years? Wow. After their old contract became amendable in December 2019. Yeah, that is way too long for them to be dragging their feet. I know what they mean. But y'all, please tell me what you think. As far as the airline, they are still very short staffed all over the nation, in fact, worldwide. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this year. If many of you remember, thousands of flights were canceled all through the holiday weekend from Thanksgiving all the way up to the New Year. They were canceling, by the hundreds every single day. because they just didn't have the staff to fly all of the planes. So some people got stuck waiting for a few days. So we'll see what happens this year. If it's equally as bad, I doubt if it's any improvement because from what I'm reading, they are still very shorthanded. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.